The vast emptiness of space shimmered with the cold metallic hulls of alien reconnaissance ships. Their sensors swept across the blue planet, scanning its surface with a mixture of curiosity and mild contempt. Earth looked unremarkable, a small sphere floating in the cosmic darkness, seemingly insignificant compared to the grand galactic civilizations that had mapped thousands of star systems. Commander Krell of the Galactic Confederation leaned forward, his multi-jointed fingers tapping holographic displays. His species had conquered hundreds of worlds, and this one appeared no different. Preliminary scans showed primitive technology, scattered population centers, and what seemed like the most puzzling discovery: small furry creatures that appeared to serve no apparent military or strategic purpose. "Look at these," he chuckled to his second-in-command, pointing at images of dogs walking beside humans, cats sleeping in sunlight, and various small mammals that seemed completely useless. Humans keep these soft, weak companions. They cannot possibly be a threat. Lieutenant Yoon Kim, watching from a hidden observation station on Earth, allowed herself a slight smile. The aliens had no idea what was coming. The reconnaissance ships continued their silent sweep. They recorded countless hours of mundane planetary activity. Humans walking their dogs in parks, cats stretching on windowsills, small animals seemingly existing without any significant purpose. To the alien observers, these creatures looked like nothing more than decorative accessories, soft and fragile beings that would collapse at the slightest hint of conflict. What the aliens didn't understand was the deep, complex relationship between humans and their animal companions. These weren't just pets. They were partners, carefully bred and now technologically enhanced for generations. Each breed, each genetic line, had been subtly prepared for something far beyond simple companionship. A German shepherd playing fetch in a suburban backyard looked ordinary, but its neural pathways had been carefully developed, its genetic code modified to enhance spatial reasoning and group communication. A cat lazily cleaning itself in a city apartment concealed advanced sensory capabilities that could detect electromagnetic variations invisible to most species. The alien ships continued their surveillance, recording data, analyzing patterns. They saw dogs trained in search and rescue, cats with incredible hunting instincts, small mammals displaying unexpected intelligence. But they interpreted these observations through their own cultural lens, seeing weakness where extraordinary potential existed. Commander Krell's preliminary report was dismissive. Planet Earth, low threat classification. Inhabitants maintain non-functional biological companions. No significant military potential detected. If he had known the truth, his report would have been very different. Humans had spent thousands of years doing something unique in the galaxy. They didn't just domesticate animals. They formed partnerships. They saw potential where others saw limitations. Every breed, every genetic line was a carefully maintained system of collaborative survival. The observation ships slowly began to move away. Confident in their assessment, they had no idea that beneath the seemingly peaceful surface, an entire ecosystem of enhanced, technologically integrated animal units was waiting and preparing. Lieutenant Yoon Kim watched the alien ships retreat, her hand unconsciously stroking the communication device attached to the collar of her Belgian Malinois, who sat perfectly still beside her. The dog's eyes, intelligent and alert, reflected a depth that no alien scanner could fully comprehend. The first encounter was complete. The aliens had seen, but they had not understood, and that would be their fatal mistake. In the quiet rooms of military research facilities across Earth, teams of scientists continued their work. Genetic modifications, neural interface development, tactical training programs, all focused on turning what the galaxy saw as simple pets into something far more extraordinary. The dogs, cats, and other animals were not just animals. They were the first line of a defense the alien confederation could not even imagine. Commander Krell would learn this lesson soon enough. The universe was about to be reminded that on planet Earth, nothing was quite what it seemed. The alien dropships descended on Proxima Centauri B with thunderous precision. Metallic hulls gleamed against the dark planetary sky, casting massive shadows over the human settlement. Invasion protocols were standard: overwhelming force, quick elimination, minimal resistance expected. J. Park watched from the underground command center. His fingers traced the holographic display, monitoring the incoming threat. Around him, teams of handlers prepared their most unusual weapon systems. Not tanks, not advanced rifles, but something the aliens would never expect. The first wave of alien troops hit the ground with confident strides. Their energy weapons hummed with destructive potential. Massive armored figures moved in perfect formation, expecting nothing more than quick planetary conquest. Standard intelligence suggested a simple mop-up operation. But something was different. Pack of German shepherds emerged from hidden positions. These were no ordinary dogs. Each wore a sleek combat harness, neural interfaces glowing softly along their spines. Their eyes moved with calculated precision, tracking multiple targets simultaneously. The lead alien commander noticed them first. A momentary confusion crossed his multifaceted eyes. These were dogs, companion animals. Surely they couldn't be a serious defensive strategy. That moment of confusion cost him everything. The dogs moved like liquid metal. Each animal communicated through advanced neural networks faster than any alien communication system. One bark became a complex tactical command. Their movements were synchronized, each animal understanding its role with mathematical precision. A young alien soldier tried to raise his weapon. Before he could complete the motion, a 45-kilogram canine unit was already mid-leap. Cybernetic augmentations turned the dog into a living missile. Precise bite mechanics, enhanced muscle groups, targeting systems integrated directly into its brain. The battlefield transformed in seconds. Feline units emerged from hidden positions, their genetic modifications allowing them to move through complex terrain with impossible grace. Where dogs provided direct combat, cats became masters of infiltration and electronic warfare. Their enhanced sensory systems could detect heat signatures, communication frequencies, potential threats. "Impossible!" screamed a junior alien lieutenant. His entire squad collapsed before he could complete his transmission. The animals weren't just fighting. They were strategizing. Each movement calculated, each action part of a larger, complex battle plan. Generations of human breeding and technological enhancement had created something entirely new. Living, breathing tactical computers with fur and fangs. Nearby, Lieutenant Yoon Kim monitored the battle, her hand resting lightly on her own canine partner. No words were needed. Their connection was beyond simple communication. It was a perfect symbiosis of human intelligence and animal capability. The alien troops began to retreat. Their sophisticated technology meant nothing against opponents they couldn't predict, couldn't understand. These weren't simple animals. These were precision weapons with individual intelligence, group coordination, and an unexpected capacity for complex thinking. One alien communication officer transmitted a panicked message back to their central command. They're using dogs as primary combat units. How is this possible? The answer was simple. Humans didn't see animals as separate beings. They saw them as partners, as extensions of their own tactical thinking. By the battle's end, the ground was littered with alien technology. Disabled weapons, destroyed communication systems, and standing among the wreckage a group of enhanced animals, some wounded, most perfectly operational, watching with calm, intelligent eyes. J. Park allowed himself a small smile. The first message had been sent. The galaxy was about to learn a valuable lesson about underestimating Earth's companions. The battle for Proxima Centauri B raged across rocky terrain and broken landscapes. Alien invasion forces had expected a quick victory, but found themselves fighting an enemy they could not comprehend. Captain J. Park stood in the mobile command center, his eyes locked on holographic battlefield displays. Around him, screens showed something unprecedented. Animals performing complex military operations with machine-like precision. A pack of German shepherds moved through rocky terrain like liquid shadows. Their neural interfaces glowed softly, each dog communicating tactical information faster than any computer system. One bark contained more strategic information than entire alien communication networks. Genetically enhanced feline units worked, alongside the canine teams. Where dogs provided direct combat, cats became masters of electronic warfare. They moved through alien communication systems, disrupting frequencies, creating digital chaos that left enemy forces confused and vulnerable. Target, acquired, spoke a soft voice. Not a human voice, but a computer-translated animal communication. A raven, another unexpected weapon, circled high above, its enhanced vision tracking enemy movements with impossible accuracy. The alien commanders watched in growing horror. These weren't simple animals. These were living weapon systems, each creature a perfect blend of biological potential and technological enhancement. A group of alien soldiers tried to establish a defensive position. Before they could complete their formation, a coordinated attack came from multiple directions. Dogs attacked from ground level, while enhanced ravens provided aerial reconnaissance. Cats moved through complex terrain, disabling communication systems with surgical precision. One alien commander's transmission captured the growing panic. "These are not soldiers. These are impossible." Lieutenant Yoon Kim monitored the battlefield, her hand resting on her Belgian Malinois. No words were needed between them. Their connection was beyond human understanding, a perfect symbiosis of intelligence and instinct. The battlefield told a story of unexpected warfare. Alien technology, considered advanced across multiple star systems, proved useless against creatures they had previously dismissed as simple pets. Each animal moved with a purpose, each action part of a larger, complex strategy. Enhanced dogs provided direct combat capabilities. Their genetic modifications allowed for increased strength, faster reaction times, and neural interfaces that processed tactical information in milliseconds. A single canine unit could track, target, and neutralize multiple threats simultaneously. Feline units worked as electronic ghosts. They moved through alien communication systems, creating digital labyrinths that confused and destroyed enemy coordination. Where dogs provided physical combat, cats provided invisible warfare. Ravens became the eyes of the battlefield. Their enhanced vision could detect heat signatures, movement patterns, and potential threats from kilometers away. Each bird was a living drone, providing real-time intelligence faster than any mechanical system. The alien forces began to break. Their advanced technology meant nothing against opponents they couldn't predict, couldn't understand. These weren't simple animals. These were precision weapons with individual intelligence and group coordination. By mid-battle, entire alien battalions found themselves neutralized, not through massive firepower, but through intelligent, coordinated attacks that targeted their most vulnerable systems. Jay Park watched the battlefield transformation. Humanity's long relationship with animals had become something more than companionship. It had become a perfect military partnership. As the dust settled, the battlefield told a clear story. The aliens had come expecting an easy conquest. They were leaving defeated, confused, and fundamentally changed in their understanding of what a weapon could be. The animal units stood among the wreckage. Some wounded, most operational. Their eyes reflected something beyond simple animal intelligence, a deep, calculated understanding of their role in this larger conflict. One thing became crystal clear. Earth's pets were nothing like what the galaxy had imagined. The battlefield revelation was complete, and the message was sent loud and clear. The alien command structure began to crumble. What had started as a simple invasion had transformed into a nightmare of psychological confusion. How could simple animals defeat their most advanced technological systems? Commander Krell sat in his strategic planning room, multiple holographic displays showing repeated battlefield failures. Each replay revealed the same impossible scenario. Small, furry creatures systematically dismantling entire alien combat units. Impossible, he muttered. watching German shepherds neutralize advanced robotic defense systems. The dogs moved with a precision that suggested more than simple animal instinct. Each movement calculated, each action part of a complex strategy humans had been developing for generations. On Earth, Commander Huan Choi prepared his standard briefing. His presentation was brutal in its simplicity. We didn't create weapons, we created partners. The psychological impact spread quickly through alien communication networks. Reports began flooding in, not of human technological superiority, but of something far more terrifying. Animals that thought like computers fought like soldiers and moved with impossible coordination. A captured alien communication log revealed growing panic. They're not just animals. How do they predict our movements? These creatures, they're thinking. Enhanced cats became the silent nightmare of alien communications. Where dogs provided physical combat, felines moved through electronic systems like digital ghosts. They could infiltrate, disrupt, and destroy entire communication networks without leaving a trace. Ravens circled above battlefields, their enhanced vision tracking movement patterns that no mechanical system could detect. Each bird became a living surveillance unit, processing information faster than the most advanced alien computers. The psychological warfare wasn't just about physical combat. It was about breaking the alien understanding of intelligence itself. Humans had done something unique in the galaxy. They hadn't just trained animals, they had developed a partnership that went beyond simple companionship. Each genetic line, each breed represented generations of collaborative survival. A Belgian Malinois could process tactical information in milliseconds. A cat could navigate complex electronic systems with impossible precision. A raven could provide aerial reconnaissance that made alien drone technology look primitive. The aliens began to understand a terrifying truth. These weren't just animals. They were living weapon systems developed over thousands of years. Lieutenant Yoon Kim watched the psychological breakdown happen in real time. Her hand rested on her canine partner, a connection that represented something far beyond simple human-animal relationship. Alien morale collapsed rapidly. Their technological superiority meant nothing against opponents they couldn't predict, couldn't understand. Each battlefield report showed the same impossible scenario, small creatures turning complex military operations into complete chaos. Commander, Krell's final psychological assessment was devastating. They've turned companionship into a weapon of war. The message spread across alien communication networks. Earth wasn't just another planet to conquer. It was something else entirely. A world where the line between companion and warrior didn't exist. Genetic modifications, neural interfaces, decades of careful breeding, all became part of a larger strategy that the aliens could never have anticipated. Humans hadn't just created pets, they had created perfect military partners. As alien ships began their retreat, one final transmission captured their complete psychological breakdown. What are these creatures? The answer was simple. They were family. They were warriors. They were something the galaxy had never seen before. Psychological warfare complete. The aliens were no longer conquerors. They were survivors, running from something they could never understand. Jay Park watched the retreating ships, a small smile forming on his lips. The message was clear. Earthy, companions were not to be underestimated. The final battle lasted less than 3 standard galactic hours. What began as an alien invasion ended as a complete and total collapse of an entire military civilization. Proxima Centauri B's surface transformed into a graveyard of alien technology, broken ships scattered across rocky landscapes, their advanced systems rendered useless by Earth's most unexpected weapons, animals that fought with impossible intelligence. Captain Jay Park watched from the command center. His fingers traced holographic displays showing the complete destruction of the alien invasion force. Around him, teams of animal handlers prepared for the final stage of the conflict. The last alien battle group made their final desperate attempt. Massive warships concentrated their firepower, expecting to overwhelm the human defenses. What they found was something entirely different. Enhanced German Shepherds moved between energy weapon blasts like living shadows. Their neural interfaces calculated trajectory and movement faster than any computer system. Each dog became a living missile, targeting critical ship systems with surgical precision. Feline units worked their final electronic warfare magic. They slipped through alien communication networks like digital ghosts, creating chaos that destroyed the invaders' ability to coordinate. Entire command structures collapsed from within. Ravens circled high above, their enhanced vision tracking every movement. Each bird became a living reconnaissance unit, providing real-time intelligence that made alien technology look primitive. Commander Krell watched in horror as his entire invasion force disintegrated. The communication channels filled with panic, confusion, and a growing understanding of total defeat. How is this possible? His final transmission crackled. The response from Earth was simple and direct. Lieutenant Yoon Kim's voice cut through the communication systems. They're not just animals, they're family. The battlefield told a story of complete transformation. What the aliens had considered weak companions had become the most advanced weapon system in the galaxy. Generations of careful breeding, genetic modification, and technological enhancement had created something unprecedented. Each animal moved with a purpose beyond simple combat. They were partners, extensions of human tactical thinking. Dogs provided direct combat capabilities. Cats destroyed electronic systems. Ravens provided impossible intelligence gathering. The last alien ships tried to retreat, but retreat was impossible. Enhanced animal units had already infiltrated their systems, disabled their technology, destroyed their ability to fight or escape. Jay Park allowed himself a small smile. The message was clear. Earth was not a planet to be conquered. It was a world where the line between companion and warrior didn't exist. As the final alien ships fell, the true extent of the defeat became clear. It wasn't just a military loss. It was a complete psychological breakdown of an entire alien civilization's understanding of intelligence and warfare. Commander Huan Choi's final report was brutally simple. We didn't create weapons. We created partners. The galaxy would never be the same. Alien communication networks transmitted the final, devastating message. Earth's animals were not simple creatures. They were living weapon systems developed over thousands of years. Each breed, each genetic line represented a complex strategy of survival and combat. The Belgian Malinois that could process tactical information in milliseconds. The cat that could navigate complex electronic systems. The raven that provided aerial reconnaissance beyond any mechanical system. These were not just animals. They were something the galaxy had never seen before. As the dust settled, the animal units stood among the wreckage. Some wounded, most perfectly operational. Their eyes reflected something beyond simple animal intelligence. A deep, calculated understanding of their role in this larger conflict. Commander Krell's final transmission was a broken whisper. What are these creatures? Captain Jay Park's response echoed across the galaxy. They're not just pets. They're family. Total defeat was complete. The alien invasion had become a lesson the galaxy would never forget. Earth had spoken, and the universe had listened.